Steps of War. Top's position is...
Next LiveForever! Meanwhile, down here at the bottom left, the loser of our previous game, on the map he doesn't enjoy, in Terran versus Terran, it is... Maka Prime!
You know, he may be the loser of the previous game, but he's the winner of the previous game.
That's true.
And 2 is always better than 1.
That's right. Well, I'm wondering if we're going to see any more risky play from these guys, because this is a map where you are so close to your opponent.
Yeah. I don't know. I almost feel like, you know, Metalopolis, Maka wanted to cheese in, while LiveForever did that very safe build. Maybe we're going to see just a couple safe builds. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. You know, if it's the third game for me, personally, I like to do a safe build in the third game. It's just like, you feel so bad if you go home after your proxy barracks doesn't work.
Well,
it's like the worst feeling in the world.
If you do an all-in in the third game, I mean, that's the worst feeling when you're going back home and you're thinking, God, did I do the right thing?
Yeah, you know.
Should I have really done that?
Shouldn't I have shown my actual skill? You know, just not try to gamble it away.
Now, LiveForever, once again, going for a refinery first build, taking that gas right away and getting a barracks. This is similar to the build we saw in Scrap Station.
Yeah, I really hope it's not another Hellion drop, though. If he Hellion drops on this map, I mean, it's so questionable on Scrap Station where the minerals are so exposed and it's close by air. But on this map, it would be a completely unplayable build in this matchup. So definitely I'm thinking he's going to do something else, but obviously a fast factory, as you pointed out.
Now, as we could see, he has scouted him earlier, Maka, with a much quicker scout than his opponent.
Very standard build there by Maka. You know, the fact that he is getting this barracks a little bit later, he wants to just work economy base. And going to get the factory a little bit later. Officer Orbital Command.
Once again, a very fast factory.
You know, I don't know how much I like these buildings on the very edge, because if he ends up building add-ons there, then Banshees suddenly can become quite a problem for him.
That is actually a very good point. I mean, it's a bit peculiar that it's so far off to the side. I wonder if part of the strategy with that is simply that maybe the player won't see the structures there and assume it's a proxy and move out quicker.
Could be. And down goes the Scout SCV of Maka. Maka, in the meantime, making a lot of Marines at home. Getting his factory finally, and a second gas.
Second gas over here, not taken as quickly for LiveForever. And LiveForever going to go for an armory.
Okay, okay. I do like that then. I do like Thor openings. We don't see them quite enough.
Now, we could, yeah, you're very right, we could see a Thor push here. There are tricks you can do where you send your Thor with your army. You send about 5 SCVs.
Yeah.
Sometimes more, and you just have all the SCVs repair the Thor.
That is quite true. Now, 2 Marines versus 4. 4 wins that tasteless pretty badly. But here comes the Hellion! And he is just going up there, hitting a lot on the Marines. Takes a lot of damage, though. Back with his own Hellion. And looks like LiveForever going to be able to clean this up. No problem.
LiveForever barely loses that battle. So right now, Maka's got to be feeling pretty good.
You know, you got to be careful. The Hellion splash range is 6, but the attack range is 5, which is the same as the Marine. So it can be microed quite well against Marines, but the Marines will hit it during that micro.
Here is the Thor. It's on the way. Maka going to scout with this Marine.
You know, it's kind of cool. He removes some of the early units from Maka and then makes the Thor. That might make the push a little bit easier. You definitely don't want a full bunker, no matter what you're repairing with.
Yeah, that's very true. Now, Maka might be making a mistake here. I don't know.
No.
Whoa, that was a complete blunder. I don't know what happened to Maka there.
But he's just scanned. There we go. He sees what's going on. Is it a siege tank or is it a Thor?
He doesn't know yet.
He has a Viking coming out, though, so the Thor is going to be even more useful.
Yeah, Vikings terrible against Thors.
Yeah, they are pretty terrible against Thors. That second Thor being made. The first Thor is out.
And he's going to do the push with the SCVs.
And, in fact, a Banshee being made right now by Maka as well as a siege tank. This is actually really great timing. The siege tank not even half done right now.
Oh, my God. I think Maka's going to lose this.
This could be very close on this timing. Oh, wow. This is actually crazy. What are you going to do with this spike? Are you landing that actually? You actually doing this? There's another Thor coming out.
He's just going to try to get him to turn around, but he's not going to bite. LiveForever's going to walk up the ramp. There's only one Marauder.
He's supply capped, in fact. This is bad for Maka. His Banshee not going to do a whole lot against Thors and Marines. Here comes the Banshee. There is a siege tank out, but these SCVs are repairing that Thor, and this is huge. That Banshee going to go down fast. The Marines doing a lot of damage and just repairing this Thor. Look at this, repairing a Thor, so strong. Amazing play here by LiveForever.
He is going to get the...
Can he hold it?
Oh,
he kills the siege tank, and that is going to be it for one of our favorites in the tournament, Maka Prime. He GG's the Thor Rush. Knocks him out.
That was badass. I couldn't believe it. That Thor got down to, what, 14 HP.
It was one hit away constantly, but just the right number of SCVs to repair. LiveForever moves on. I bet you guys didn't leave any questions for him in the GOMTV.net forums.
Well, hopefully some of you guys did, because Artosis is going to do an interview with him. Damn, that was so close. That Thor got so low.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
That was so wild, man. He barely held that. Beautiful build that time by LiveForever. Beautiful build. I'm really upset that Maka actually decided to land the Viking. If I see that Thor coming with Marines and I'm supply capped, I turn around. And you got to land that, use everything you have at once, because the Thor with the SCVs, you have to deal with it very quickly or it becomes ridiculously cost effective.
You know, the problem also is that Maka kept sending units at the ramp. He sent a Marine at the ramp. That died. He sent a Hellion.
The Hellion, imagine how much that helps as well. You damage the SCVs, you damage the Marines. It's just Maka did a lot of things wrong in that game, and LiveForever had a great build planned out.
Yeah.
And that's
actually one of the builds I like to use. And you can actually do that against other races as well.
Yeah. It's just quick Thor rushes with repair. The thing is, you have to kill that Thor so fast. You have to just deal so much damage to it, or the repair kicks in, and suddenly you lose that mass of units that you needed to take it down.
It's even hard to target fire the SCVs that are repairing it.
He's almost over them and stuff. You got to scroll your mouse down.
If you gave that Thor like one of those big dresses that like SCVs could hide under it, you know what I mean? Like they would be an unstoppable strategy.
Yeah.
But it's hard enough as it is with the Thor not having anything to cover up. It's just hard to see the SCVs.
It's going to float two barracks with it, like on either side of the Thor.
Like float buildings over it, so we can't see. So we learned a lot back there. Hopefully you guys asked some questions. And the next matchup, I knocked my stats sheet off the table when I was doing it. The next matchup is going to be a fruit dealer, the last Zerg in the tournament, against OGS Inca. And actually off the set over here, I could see Maka, his coach, patting him on the back, saying, don't worry about it. Maka, a good sport.
Yeah, he's a good player, man. He's going to be back, no doubt about that.
Yep.
Great player.
He's not rich like Next LiveForever is, though, now. It's a lot of money. You know, the first place prize for this is, what, roughly $85,000?
Yes.
That's so much money. So that's so much money. That's so much money. Wow. That's too bad for Maka. I actually expected him to be the victor there. So
yeah, no, I definitely saw him in the top 4.
Yeah.
But LiveForever, I've been telling people, they were saying, no, look at his play. He's a newbie. No, he's really good. No question.
Very solid player. All right, guys, we're going to close this out.
Don't go anywhere. I have an interview with Next LiveForever in just a moment.
Yep, we'll be back.
So many people lost and they trying to find their way back home. What's going on? Because we need solutions. Must wake up because we're so confused. We got kids selling drugs, girls needing love. Always want more because it's never enough.